Hello YouTube. This time I'm not really doing a review, I'm doing more of a comparison between vintage and 25th anniversary G.I. Joe figures. This here is probably my favorite G.I. Joe figure, and this was my first ever G.I. Joe figure that I ever received, Storm Shadow. The original Storm Shadow from the 80s, I think I received it in 89, came together with a bow, a red backpack, and a red sword. As I mentioned before, this was my absolute favorite and absolute first ever G.I. Joe, and I received it for Christmas, and I will never really forget about this experience because I liked him so much. This is not the figure I received, but I do still have the one I received, this one. As you can see, it's really loose. I had to, of course, through the years I had to change the O-ring once because it broke, and I don't know why, but it turned yellow. So most white parts on him are now yellow, and I don't really know the reason of that. Maybe it's sunlight, maybe it's your hand, that you played with it too much, and I don't know why, but oh, it actually stands. I don't know why, but it turned yellow, but I'm still keeping him, of course, because I have really fond memories of him, and he's my oldest, most favorite toy ever. So I really cherish this figure, and I keep him as a veteran. I keep him cozy, and I keep him safe in my toy box. So anyway, this is a newer Storm Shadow figure, and I also have the 25th anniversary Storm Shadow, which is a little bit different. This is the only version of Storm Shadow that I really like. The white uniform with this gray I don't know, stripes on it. This is my favorite. As you can see, the bow is quite different between the two figures. The 25th anniversary version came with a not such an extravagant bow as the old one. They both have the forearm tattoo here. You can see it. Here, and they both came with a reddish backpack, although it's much different. I really like this backpack because it's perfect to store these two swords. It stores them really nicely, and you don't have to be afraid of losing the swords. The 25th anniversary version also has the rope running across the chest, like the vintage version. Only on the vintage version it was molded on. Here what is actually keeping the backpack on the figure, and you can't remove it either. It's on. But I really like it that it moves, and it's a nice touch. Even if you can't remove it, I really like it. On the face department, it's really much the same as the vintage figure. You can only see his eyes and his ninja mask. I really like it. He has a small dagger too. I never removed this because the first time I got this figure I stuck it in the belt where it belongs. There's a place for it to be put in the belt, but I think I also broke it, so I never really removed it because I'm afraid that it was broken, and well, I like it in the belt anyway, so I just keep it there. On his arms and legs you can see this grayish bondage thing that's missing on the original figure. The legs are a little bit different too. I really like this Japanese style slippers he's wearing. I think it looks fantastic, and it gives him really this authentic Japanese look. I really love it. Also he has the Arashikage symbol on the backpack, which is also a really nice touch. And I think he also has the symbol on the... yeah, as you can see, he also has the Arashikage symbol on the sword, which is really amazing. This figure is so detailed. I'm really amazed by that. The 25th anniversary version really made a beautiful homage to this really popular original figure. The only thing they didn't include was the Wolverine clothes. I don't know why, because I think for most kids that was the most appealing part of this ninja figure, because these clothes are really amazing. I loved them as a child. I loved to play with it, and I'm really sorry that it's not included in the 25th anniversary version. I sometimes pose it with the clothes of the vintage figure, because of course it fits on the 25th anniversary version figure too, so you can pose it with the Wolverine clothes if you want, and it looks amazing too. Here he is with the Wolverine clothes. Really nice figure. I love this figure. I'm so happy that they made this, because it's just a beautiful figure for the original one to have. It's the most important part of my collection, I think.